Luffy and Caesar Clown finally fight in my review of One Piece episode 597. It's about damn time I got to review an action episode of One Piece. I've been waiting for one like this, and this one had a lot of really cool moments from our main character Luffy, and there was a lot of big build up to that, but before they actually get to the fight, we actually got to get some pretty funny character moments, starting out really with Sanji, who again is inside Nami's body, and yes, there's a joke in there somewhere, but it's just too damn easy. So what's going on here is Smiley is spitting up parts of himself across the island so that he can reform again on the other side. And while he's doing this, pieces of himself are falling into the lake, and this is bad because they're trying to find the torso of this samurai guy, and he's at the bottom, and if he gets poisoned, then it'll be for nothing. So Sanji decides he's going to jump in because he's the best swimmer, and it's absolutely hilarious when he rips off of his jacket, and he's just there with the bra on, and he's like, I'm a man, I'm going to do this. And he starts swimming down to the bottom to save him. But really, it's all about Caesar Clown and Luffy this week. And Caesar Clown, a lot of people don't like him. And, I don't think you're supposed to like Caesar Clown. I think that's what makes him such an effective villain. He's just such a prick. And his laugh, I think, is absolutely hilarious. Every single time he starts to do his laugh, I just rear back laughing. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Now, the actual fight here is very, very short, and it picks up from last week where Luffy had literally just grabbed onto him. And since he has Haki, this is why he's able to do this. And Caesar Clown starts to wrap him up with his robe and everything and try to poison him. And if Luffy breathes any of this in, he's going to die. But there's actually a twist to this. He actually does breathe in all of the gas at once. And what's funny is he releases it through his ears. And it even makes the same noise as Majin Buu, like when all the steam comes out of him. Really, the entire battle is just Caesar Clown talking about how awesome he is and how he's just going to kill the Straw Hats. And, Luffy, it doesn't even matter. He throws everything he has at him. He tries to hit him with all of the slimes that tries to poison him. That's not going to work because Luffy fought against Magellan before. And I love that he brought Magellan up because he's a pretty notable poison user, but he was a Paramecia type. He ate one of those different types of fruits. And Caesar is a Logia type. And Caesar looks down on Magellan. And I think that's retarded as crap because Magellan was a freaking badass during the Impel Down arc. And, Luffy never really defeated him. He mostly just ran away from him. That really shows how strong Magellan was. So Luffy goes into his gear second and stamps the fuck out of Caesar multiple times before finally it looks like Caesar Clown has actually been defeated and captured. And Luffy is standing over his body when all of a sudden he starts to freak out and he all of a sudden just can't breathe. And he's obviously being affected by some sort of poisonous technique or something else by Caesar Clown. And everybody who's in the vicinity actually gets affected by that as well. So you got Smoker, Tashigi, frickin' Frankie, Robin, everybody that's in that area eventually succumbs to this. And they're effectively captured by Caesar Clown. So the roles have actually been completely reversed here. And you'd think that would probably be the end of the episode. But no, there's another subplot going on here that involves Law. We transition to the scene where him and Monet are walking down this dark hallway, and all of a sudden Law falls to his knees, and he starts bleeding out the mouth, and he's can't breathe. He's kind of in the same situation as the Straw Hats. And all of a sudden this weird guy starts walking down, and he obviously has some sort of relationship with Law. We can't see his face yet, but if you guys have watched the intro, you probably have already seen what he looks like. But still, that's where we get the to be continued screen, which is just classic for One Piece, and that's where we go away waiting for the next episode. And yes, I loved this week's episode, if only for the fact that there was some action in there. Now, I love the One Piece world. I think it's one of the most diverse and most interesting worlds to both read and watch. And I love when they do the fighting, too, because their fight scenes are actually really fun to watch, too. They can be goofy and awesome at the same exact time, and I really like that. I love when I'm able to laugh during a fight scene, and, not a lot of other series can do that for me, but One Piece always makes me laugh. And that's what I love about it. It puts me in a good mood. Now, Caesar Clown, he's definitely really showing his colors. He started off as kind of this weak villain in the beginning of the episode, but slowly but surely they were building up how strong he really was going to be in typical shonen fashion. And it's pretty obvious that him and Luffy are going to have a big rematch later. I mean, if you think Luffy's dead, obviously I'm trying to be nice because I know a little bit of what's going to be happening in the manga, but in a couple of episodes, I'm going to be pretty lost because I don't really read the manga that often. Mostly my good friend Christian, who's also on this channel, usually tells me about the things that are going on in the manga. And most of the time, I just tune it out, and most of the time, I don't even ask because I just like watching it in the anime. And this episode was proof right here. I loved the build up to it, and I really enjoyed this fight. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen a little bit later. I can't wait to see if Sanji's going to be able to save the torso. There's just so many little things here. Action episodes are definitely a plus for me because we're action junkies here at SuperKamiGuru9000. Whenever there's just a good punch or kick to the face, we totally dig it. So that pretty much gave this episode like an automatic 9 for me. Remember, this is my score. You don't need to shit your pants about it. It's not that big a deal. But for me, this episode is a 9 out of 10. I just wish more would happen. I wish that it could have at least shown us that mystery man's face, given us a name, something. But that's pretty typical stuff because they want you to watch. This is a long-running series, so it's just one of those anime hooks they love giving us. So that's my score, 9 out of 10. But how did you guys feel about this week's episode? I'd love to know what you guys thought. You can let me know with your comments below. And you guys know the drill. Before you leave, hit the like button. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out. That concludes this video. We'll see you next time, guys. SuperKamiGuru9000, out. Fucking watch the video.